everyone, welcome back to my channel Cosmic Path Tarot, and today's video is going to be a very intriguing one. The karmic lesson this person came to teach you. Now, not every person who enters your life comes to stay. Some of them come to teach, and the ones who teach the hardest lessons are rarely the ones who announce themselves as teachers. They arrive looking like the things you have been waiting for, and they leave, or you leave, or it simply ends. With you holding something you did not have before. Something painful, yes, but also something you needed. Now, these three cards are about to tell you exactly what this specific person came to teach you. And I think by the end of this reading, the confusion about why this connection happened at all is going to start making a different kind of sense to you. Now, comment same below if you have been trying to understand why this person came into your life, because what these cards are showing is not random. Nothing about this was. And before I flip these cards, I want to say something about karmic lessons specifically. We use that phrase a lot in spiritual spaces. Karmic lessons, karmic connections, and sometimes it gets reduced to something that sounds almost mystical and distant. But what a karmic lesson actually is, at its very core, is very, very human. It is a pattern you have been carrying, sometimes for years, sometimes your whole life, that needed to be made visible before it released. And the universe sends a specific kind of person to make it visible to you. Not because that person is bad, not because you did something wrong, but because you were ready to see it, even if seeing it hurt. And these three cards are going to show you exactly what that pattern this person made visible to you. The Ace of Wands reversed. And this card immediately tells me something about how this connection began and what it promised that it could not ultimately deliver. The Ace of Wands upright is pure creative spark. And as we can see on this card, there is a hand emerging from a cloud holding a single wand alive with new growth. The very first moment of something igniting, possibly in its rawest, most electric form. When this card appears upright, it means something is beginning with genuine life force behind it, real momentum. The kind of energy that makes you feel like this time finally something is actually going to move. Now, reversed, the spark could not fully catch. This is how this connection felt in the beginning. There was something real here, a pull, an excitement, a sense that this could have become something significant. You were not imagining it. The Ace of Wands reversed does not appear when there was nothing. It appears when there was genuine potential that got blocked before it could build into anything long lasting. The spark existed for sure. Something prevented it from becoming a flame. And here is where the karmic lesson begins for you. The pattern the Ace of Wands reversed is pointing to is a pattern of being drawn to potential, to what something could be rather than what it actually is right now, to the spark of a beginning before there is any evidence of what that beginning will actually grow into. This is not a character flaw. It is a deeply human tendency, especially for people with big capacity for love and vision. You see what something could become, and you invest in that version before the present version has earned it. Now, this person arrived carrying the energy of a beginning, and some part of you responded to that beginning with everything you had before the beginning had proven it could sustain what you were bringing to it. Now, this is the first lesson. And the second card shows you exactly where it went from there. The Page of Cups. And this card shows you something very specific about what was underneath the surface of that connection. Something that explains a lot about why it felt the way it did. Now, the Page of Cups is one of the most genuinely sweet figures in tarot. Young, open, holding a cup from which a fish unexpectedly appears. A symbol of imagination, emotional openness, the willingness to be surprised by what feelings bring. This card describes someone who approaches emotions with real curiosity and softness. Someone who genuinely feels things, who has moments of real tenderness and real depths that are not performed. They are authentic. This is what this person actually brought to the connection. And I want you to hear that clearly because it would be easy after a difficult experience to decide that the feelings were never real. The Page of Cups says it was real. And the warmth you felt in that good moments was genuine. The depth that surfaced occasionally was not manipulation. And this person had a real emotional world inside them. And there were moments where you genuinely touched it. But here is what the Page of Cups also carries. And this is where the karmic lesson lives in the card. The page is the youngest of court cards, the most inexperienced one, full of feelings but without the tools yet to translate that feeling into consistent, reliable presence. The Page of Cups feels everything but does not yet know how to hold it steadily for someone else over time. Now, there is still learning what their own emotional world means before they can share it with another person in a way that actually lands safely. So, what you encountered was someone with genuine feelings and genuine limitations in equal measure. The feeling was real, the capacity to sustain it, to show up with consistently, to build something lasting on top of it was just not there yet. And this karmic lesson the Page of Cups is pointing to is this: you are someone who can feel the genuine thing inside another person, even when it is buried, even when it is inconsistently expressed, even when it surfaces only briefly before retreating again. That sensitivity is a gift, but it has also kept you invested in connection longer than the consistent evidence warranted. Because you could not feel the real thing underneath, even when the behavior above the surface did not match it. This person came to show you that feeling something real in someone is not the same as that person being ready to give it to you. Now, let's look at our third card. It's the King of Pentacles reversed. And this is the card that shows you the deepest layer of what this connection came to teach you. The King of Pentacles upright is one of the most powerful figures in tarot. He sits surrounded by abundance, vineyards, castles, wealth, all built over time through patience and skill. He is the master of the material world. Someone who knows how to build, how to provide, and how to create security that is solid and lasting enough for other people to genuinely stand on. This is a card of real, earned, sustainable stability. Now, reversed, the capacity for stability becomes something else entirely. The King of Pentacles reversed describes someone who has everything required to build something real: the resources, the experiences, the capability, but who uses that capacity for control rather than genuine connection. Someone who knows their own value and uses it as leverage rather than offering it freely, who is more invested in protecting what they have built than in sharing it openly with someone else. And here is where the story of these three cards become complete. The Ace of Wands reversed showed you a spark of real potential that never fully caught. The Page of Cups showed you genuine feelings that lacked the maturity to sustain itself. And the King of Pentacles reversed shows you the final layer. Someone who had the actual capacity to build something lasting with you, but chose to withhold that capacity rather than invest it. What the King of Pentacles reversed is teaching you is about the difference between capacity and choice. You saw what this person was capable of. You could feel the stability underneath, the version of them that could have shown up fully if they had chosen to. And that visibility of what was possible kept you present far longer than what was actually being offered warranted. The karmic lesson here is one of the most important ones. Capacity is not a promise. Someone being capable of something, of consistency, of commitment, of showing up with full weight of who they are, does not mean they are choosing to give it to you. Because once you see that pattern clearly, you stop accepting the withholding as the price of access to the capacity. You stop earning what should be given freely. And you start requiring that what someone can offer and what they actually offer are the same thing. Now, let me bring all three of these cards together for you. The Ace of Wands reversed showed you what happens when you invest in potential before it has proven itself. The Page of Cups showed you that the real feeling in someone is not the same as that person being ready and able to give it to you consistently. And the King of Pentacles reversed showed you the deepest lesson that capacity without choice is not the same as love. And you deserve someone whose capability and their actual offering to you are the same thing. Three cards, three layers of one lesson. This person was not sent to hurt you. They were sent to show you something about yourself that needed to be visible before it could change. And the fact that you are here asking these questions, looking for the meaning underneath the experience, that tells me the lesson is actually landing. You're not just moving through the pain, you are moving through it with understanding. And that is a difference between a karmic lesson that has to repeat and one that is genuinely complete. This one feels complete for you. Comment below and tell me which card landed hardest, whether it was the Ace of Wands reversed, the Page of Cups, or the Kings of Pentacles reversed. I read every single one. If someone in your life is trying to make sense of a connection that confused them more than it fulfilled them, share this with them. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do for someone is give them the language for what they have been living. Follow Cosmic Path Tarot for readings every week. The right message always finds the right person at exactly the right moment. This person came to teach you and you were ready to learn. That is not a small thing. Take care of yourself and I will see you in the next one.